shall deceive. We have come into the night, thunder and rage and war a night. We have come into the night, thunder and rage and war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. The sounds of arms, fierce morality. Nightfall, the rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, thunder and rage and war a night. We have come into the night, thunder and rage and war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Shield wall. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla.
All right, welcome in tonight to Valhalla Esports, Season 5, Week 7. With me tonight is Malco. How are you doing tonight, Malco?
Doing good. I didn't even hear the announcement go off, man. I just had to jump right in here. I looked and I was like, "Oh, wait a second, we've already started." Oh man.
Yep, gonna send it. I'm gonna try to make sure we're on time, get everybody in and out as fast as possible today. So we're bringing you Stoner Nation versus Chumbawambas. I know Chumbawambas is a bit of a mystery team. Have not been able to stream them so far, but making sure they get their chance to be on the big stage tonight and impress everybody with their skills. How you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling pretty good about it right now, honestly. Like I said, I was like I got to say on the seer last night. It is a pretty decent. It's going to be a pretty even matchup, a pretty good matchup, especially since these are one of the teams that are in that big cluster that wants to try to fight for the sole possession of second place and even potentially first, depending on how Free SM are able to do tonight. But really quickly for the call out of the two teams, we have Stoner Nation on the left side with top lane Eli Wood, Jungle KB, Jelly mid, boosted sandwich, ADC Critter, support Boomstick. And for Chumbawambas on the right side, we have top lane, Cop, Jungle, Casual Plebs, mid lane, Astros, ADC, Digger Slayer, and support Timberlin. Both of these teams kind of, like I said, in that cluster that wants to fight for second place and potentially first. We could be seeing a fight for, we could be essentially seeing a tie for first place. We could be still potentially seeing ties for second. Both teams right now, though, in that second place tie and both of them wanting to continue that, to continue the strong streak that they've had all season, especially Stoner Nation, who are currently in the last 4 weeks 4-0 at the current moment.
All right, yeah. So we have a great matchup tonight. Just waiting for everybody to get into the lobby and get organized there so we can get this draft wall going for everyone to get into the draft. Again, I think we've seen a lot of Chumbawambas, obviously, with not being able to get them streamed until now. I believe they mostly play around their mid and jungle. but there's a lot of players in this game that are on several leaderboards, including the death leaderboard, overall KDA, and I think even kills. So this should be a very bloody game. Hopefully, we can bring you to a minute. And Boomstick shouting out pure luck here. And he's being held against his will. Well, we're sorry to hear that. But, you're going to kind of do what your captain tells you to do, I guess.
So man, you
It's okay.
guys had a.
Go ahead.
I was about to say these guys are all of a sudden going through an absolute tear in the scene right now, and I think right now, boom, you should just take it as a good thing that right now your team, even though you're being held against your will, at least you are winning. So at least that's something that you're not doing against your will is winning. Well, you kind of are, but at least it's a good thing that's happening within all the negative. So let's take the positives that we can.
Absolutely. I mean, I know he'd probably rather be watching football right now, but hey, it's week 7. Oh, you're in support jail. You like it down there. Don't even lie. You love being a degenerate like us. But
One of the laziest roles in the game. You're fine.
that's right, Hailstrom. Foosball is the devil. And hey, there's plenty of it that was on all day. You're going to get one game. Hey, there's 2 games tomorrow. So you're going to have plenty of opportunities to do that. This is week 7. You get one opportunity here to continue to advance and build upon your 4-game win streak. I think a win today would get you to 5, which I'm pretty sure at this point would guarantee. So either one of these teams getting win today would guarantee them into playoffs with that winning record right there overall. So a lot on the line right now for all the teams playing tonight. Still, nobody's locked in playoffs yet. I think except for Free SM. I think they're locked in at that 5-win mark.
I think they secure. Yeah, you're right. They did secure. They ended up securing the overall spot there. Jeez, boom, man, you really just don't. You don't like none of the. You don't like any of these other teams right now. But you know what? Then you gotta. You guys have to just take that first place. Take that first place and claim it as claim it as your own.
You don't know talk the talk. You gotta walk the walk, right?
Exactly. Bomber of the Goats. Come on, you can't be on another team. Okay. I understand. I understand. If you want to show respect to another team, all right, that's fine. Wait, but Bomber Bros, they're literally right in that same like little cusp there with you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
4-2.
So like, it's like you guys are like on that, so you can still cheer your own team on, man. Don't you're not there by pure luck. You guys have gotten here by your skill, man.
The power of
And
friendship. Come on now.
power of friendship, and I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of Eli Wood going carry crazy up in that top side. I've seen a couple of the way that he's played up there for you guys, and you guys are really enjoying him up in that top side. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we would have another caster tonight, but good old Eli Wood actually getting picked up by a team, and I say actually not in a negative or mean way, but deciding that he was going to come off the sub only list and put himself out there to be picked up by a team, and immediately claimed off of waivers. So
And now look at him. He's right now one of the top teams in the actual league. So this is actually looking good for him.
all right, sounds like the teams are ready for a draft. So we're going to go ahead and flip on over there. And let's see. It has begun. The poppy being taken away. They said, no, KB Jelly. We know what you like to play around here.
I feel like sometimes that's just such a pointless ban, but recently I've been seeing how dangerous Poppy actually can be. So this is the one time where I'm gonna call it and say, yeah, ban that Poppy out. Like I love KB, he's an awesome person, but nah, get rid of that champion.
I think it's also still the #1 support right now, which is Riot. What are we doing here? Cass being taken away from Eli Wood, Yon being taken away from Astros. All those make sense. No Wind Brothers there for Astros. The Yon also being denied. A Soul being taken away. That's an interesting ban. I know Critter's played it. I don't think Critter would play that bot lane. Boosted Sandwiches mid. I have not seen him play the A Soul, so that's a kind of an interesting first round ban there.
I feel maybe this is gonna be the flame talking, but maybe they banned it from themselves. Who knows? I just feel like Asol's kind of annoying for a scaling mid laner pick, and if you're just trying to avoid that, aside from the Vigar or something like that, maybe Asol is like overall for like team fight wise, it might just be a little bit better, and so you want to just get rid of that. But
Some disrespect there. I can get rid of the Lux or something. You know, that man has a penta on the Lux.
now it's more disrespect to not get rid of it because they're saying we're not worried about the Lux.
Oof, got him.
They're trying to prove it right now. They're like, yeah, we're not worried about this. We don't have to do anything. As the Seraphine is the first pick for Chumbawamba. Stoner Nation then looking to respond right now, hovering the Jinx. I actually don't mind this as a potential good scaler, and they do end up picking it. I like that. It actually has been an ADC I've been noticing a little bit more just pick up more steam in the bot lane as of late, and it's actually a terror to deal with if it can actually get a couple kills early. So be careful of Jinx in this game right now. And we're waiting for the second pick of round 1 for Stoner Nation. Do you guys want to round off?
Left. Picking up that
Is
Amumu, looks
it?
like.
I think I don't even think this is worth the hover. You might as well just pick it. Yeah,
Yep.
I like the
Good
Amumu getting
flex.
picked up here. Yeah, I was gonna say between the jungle and the support role that it can go into, as much as I probably want to see it go jungle, just because the ganks from an Amumu can actually, just like from other junglers who can like go over walls. That bandage toss has a pretty decent distance. You can definitely land it onto somebody. Scion now being picked up for this top side, a beef tank of a beef tank that Chumbawamba is definitely going to need to help guard this Seraphine and just be able to eat up a lot of the damage that's going to be coming out from this Jinx. So early game, this will, or at least in the early to mid game, this will actually be a pretty good damage soaker and possibly be able to stop that Jinx from really ramping up in those later game team fights. And as expected, so they can't ban it out. Chumbawamba ends up picking up the the Senna to complete the Sarah Senna Fiend combination down in that bot side. So we know now there is no flexibility really going on for Chumbawamba. I doubt Scion's going into the jungle, so more likely top side. So we do have top and bot picked out here for the side of Chumbawamba. Stoner Nation now with the flex still for the Amumu. They could go ahead and alternate or try to pivot their picks now that they know what the bot lane is doing, but they're going to instead reveal jungle. Yeah, that actually gives away that they're going to go, I believe, the jungle Udyr. So the Amumu's going to the bot lane. Actually, I really like that. Amumu
Could
Jinx.
still be top Udyr though into that Scion.
Okay, I'd be very interested to see it and be top Udyr, but I really do like the Amumu being pivoted over to the support role, and that would be really good against the Seraphine Senna, where Amumu actually early game as a tank does really good damage, and Jinx being, again, we want her to ramp up as early as possible because it's never bad to have a fed Jinx early. So I think here Stoner Nation right now winning the draft out because that bot lane in the early game can actually do a lot of damage, especially if Udyr can help to influence the lane. Now we are in the ban phase for phase 2, as we do see the Vladimir being the first ban from Stoner Nation. Now we wait for Chumbawamba to ban the first champion of round 2 for their side, as it is going to be the Malzahar. I like that. Can't press R, can't select one person and say you're not playing League of Legends today, and it's a very easy mid laner. A very safe mid laner to pick and can be a lane bully. LeBlanc then being banned by the side of Stoner Nation, as we do wait for Chumbawamba to commence the next ban. It is looking like it is going to be... I can't. I thought I would get it right on time. Nope, I was wrong. But
7 seconds.
Yeah, they got a few more seconds left, guys. We're almost there. I guess maybe they just don't know what to ban here, but
Leona being denied.
Oh, there's the respect. There's the respect for the Lux. The Lux ends up being the ban here. Alrighty, so I like that. They did give the respect to the mid lane. They decided to go with double mid lane bans from the side of Chumbawamba's getting rid of Malzahar and Lux. And for Stoner Nation, also potentially mid lane and even like a kind of a weird flex potentially for ADC, not ADC, but potentially top lane. There's a whole bunch of weird things going on. But the Camille actually going top. Oh, wait, whoa. Yeah, what's going on here?
You're right now. So Mumu would go bot, Camille would go top, Udyr jungle.
Okay,
and
good. I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, no. I think that ends up being the right matchup here.
I got stuck with the Udyr top in my head for a second. I was just like, "Oh, wait a second." Usually, Blitz said Udyr top. That's gotta be right now.
Given counter pick over though to boosted sandwich in the mid lane, after his safer picks have been mitigated here. So that's very interesting. Chumbawamba taking the Maokai jungle. It looks like here. Love that
But
pickup.
the Camille gives a carry option over to Stoner Nation aside from Jinx that can potentially help a little bit more early on, and she is known to be a very good mid game duelist. So I think that Camille and Eli Wood on this Camille, this is something that he actually likes to pilot a lot. So I think that that's going to be a really good pick for him. And then we do see the Maokai and Smolder being picked up from the side of Chumbawamba. And then the
Cringe.
final pick for Stoner Nation going to be their mid laner here. Not sure what they're going to pick for their mid laner, but Smolder being picked for the mid lane actually. So now they have that scaling ADC mid laner while also having the scaling bot lane with Senna and Seraphine to be kind of that sustain. They kind of have a standard team composition in a way, but not exactly the same. We're still waiting upon. Wait, is it glitched? Did we actually know what the pick is here for Stoner Nation?
Galio. Galio is the pick.
Galio. Okay, so we're getting Galio mid. Cool. Cool.
Where's my mouse? There we go. So sorry about that. They failed to select it in the draft flow. But Galio is the pick there. Draft law froze, it looks like. Yeah, it says freezes on boosted every time, which means why is he the one pulling it up, guys? But all right, Galio being called out there.
Okay.
That is another one that's in Boosted's wheelhouse. I'm not quite sure how that really plays into the Smolder. We'll be able to get some poke damage down. Will definitely be another engage for his jungler. But really, he's going to, I think, probably have to look to out rotate him. Again, Smolder, I think, is not the safest roamer. So they're going to have to bully him that way.
I think the reason why I find Galio to be very an interesting pick is just the side doesn't have as much AP, and that's kind of what he is. He's like that anti-mage in a sense. So I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna see how it's gonna fare against Chumbawamba, but instead it's gonna be more of this like, hey, I'm semi-global. I can push the wave and then go try to go either top or bot, help the jungle, help somebody with my ultimate, and just be able to be at somewhere at a moment's notice. I think it's more of how well they're going to be able to go back and forth with that Galio ultimate and how well they end up using it. It's going to be pretty interesting, but I want to see him if he is going. I think in this particular team composition though, I want to see him more on the AP side unless Udyr goes more AP. I want to see the Galio more towards like an AP bruisery kind of build.
Both these teams have a lot of a lot of AOE, a lot of big team fight potential there with a lot of wombo combos, those different options that can be laid down. So it's very interesting there. Especially on the side of Chumba Wamba, they have a lot of CC AOEs that could be layered, and then when Splinter's mom shows up, that could be a huge deal. If you get a Maokai ult down followed by a Seraphine ult, and then either a Senna or a Smolder, that could be a lot of damage and potentially lives ended.
So real quick, guys, just for everybody who might be just listening in the background and or can't necessarily watch off the top of their head, you're gonna be seeing here as the role callouts and the champions and their roles. You have for Chumbawamba, the left side, it is top lane. It's going to be a Scion. Jungle is going to be Maokai. Mid lane, Smolder. ADC and support Senna Seraphine, depending on who wants to play it. I'm not sure who will be specifically on that side, but that is in your bot lane. And then we do have Stoner Nation with them going the Camille top. It is Udyr Jungle, mid lane Galio, ADC Jinx, in support of Mumu. So go ahead, guys. I believe the bets have gone up. So if anything, guys, go right ahead and get your bets on. Let us know who do you think is going to win based upon these two.
And sorry, I had to pull the betting right back, putting it back up again. It went up with only a 2-minute timer. Wanted to give you a little bit more time to get those bets in.
All right, everybody, congratulations. Your gambling is up.
Decisions. I like both these teams' drafts in terms of like how they want to play. And let's see, we got 20 points down, 30 points down on Stoner Nation. You know what? I'm gonna hit up Chumbawamba myself.
I'm thinking. I kind of want to be like Caster, bro, Eli. Like, let me vote for. Let me just vote for his team, you know. But then I also feel a little betrayed by the fact that he left. So I kind of want to vote for Chumba One. But I want this first one just because it's game one. I want this first bet to feel so spiteful. Like, it's all a joke. I love Eli. It's always good when he can actually be on the desk with us, and we get some really good banter from him. We always get the puns, and it's just always a good time. And if anything, speaking of which, if you actually would like to join us on the casting desk, we do have opening spots. If you are on the sub list or are looking to maybe get yourself a little bit more involved in Valhalla, you could definitely look at doing that on the production side. Being on the casting desk every Sunday at 9 has always been a very fun time for me specifically, and I am honestly always welcoming of other people to join us here on the casting desk. Whether you just want to be a guest host for a week, or you want to become one of the permanent spots, or you even want to learn how to shoutcast and start being on the actual action part of it, then by all means, go right ahead. We have all open roles in that in the casting. So if you want to join, please by all means go ahead and just let us know, and let's try to get you on the desk with us. Aside from that, I think a part of me also always bets the odds. Do you guys really have no faith in Stoner Nation? You know what? I kind of now wanna. You know what, Eli? Because
Put your
you're the
points
boy.
down on Stoner Nation. Just
I'm,
go
I'm,
ahead, Malco.
I'm dropping. I'm dropping. Hold up. I
I,
gotta give the exact number.
Timberland and casual plebs not not used to gambling. I guess I don't know how they got all their points, but just going ahead and laying their whole wallet on the line for Chumbawambas right now for a 6.5K pot on the other side, and that's with 5 of that now being donated over, or not donated, put up by Malco. So
Listen,
interesting.
if it
You
is,
can be walking away as a very rich man right now. Hailstorm coming in at 5.5K just to snipe that out from under you, but still 4-1 odds right now. Very good.
listen, it's still pretty good right now, man. At this point, I'm looking at it like this: if we win, we win. 5K points ain't gonna kill me. It's not like I bet up 30K or something like that. Like I've seen some crazy bets. Like when TJ puts up like those 50K bets, I'm just like, bruh, how do you even do that?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, give credit though as Casual still calling out that he's all in on himself. I mean, yeah, Casual and Timberland putting the points down on themselves, betting on themselves, seeing if they can get that double scoop there. No hedging their bets, unlike Bulgaria.
Come on, people, get the rest of your bets in. If you picked in pick'ems, there should
KB
be no reason why you're
Jelly,
not betting.
KB Jelly hearing you, Malco, and putting down 32K on himself.
He really has all the faith. All right, so I'm not making really anything in odds, but at the very least, though, I'm glad that there's some faith being shown by their own team to be able to really try to eke out this win. Personally, I'm excited. I want this game to happen. I want blood on the floor. I need what I want is that the podcast that I'm doing, I need you guys to be able to clip things and send them in to be able to be shown on there. I want some craziness. I want to be able to hear some thoughts from players, all that kind of good stuff, which I'll have a small update about that at the end of this here at the end of these games tonight. So please hang tight once the games are over, because we will have a small little announcement about that podcast today as well. um
Juicy. Sorry, I'll flip on over. We have 1
no,
minute
you're
until game time here. Just waiting on spectator delay. Let me fix these names at the top real quick too.
go.
We are about to be underway here. But yeah, some tantalizing thoughts there coming out for that podcast. People have to stay tuned to hear more, or check the
That's
VOD
like,
out later.
yeah, or check the VOD out later. I have some really cool ideas for what I want to do for it, guys, and it's actually something really quickly just to say that it might get players more involved, and it'll make players feel a little bit more watched in the sense of like you feel as if that, let's just put it that way, and in that like I'm just going to be paying a little bit more attention to players champions, what players tend to play what, and kind of going off of each individual episode, kind of going based off that, and you guys will hear a little bit more about that later. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this game as it's loaded up now. As you guys can see, Chumbawamba versus Stoner Nation. Chumbawamba on blue side, red side is going to be Stoner Nation. And I want to see right now, as you guys saw out of nowhere. Oh wait, we're getting some a little bit of freeze. Are we? And controls. I love how everybody else's like objective timers and all that stuff works, and then there's just my computer's just like, nah, we don't believe in you to use yours. Whenever the spectator bugs, oh, we got a 5-man stack. Smolder, no. Boomstick sees it. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. Oh, I would have flash queued right there if I noticed him. Maybe he was just out of vision there, but now the rest of KB's team is all sitting there ready and waiting. No, instead, getting the ward just barely over the wall. Digga Slayer is going to be able to get this first couple autos and going to be able to see the rest of the team there. So they were fully exposed, getting absolutely nothing from that 5-man stack. I am so sad. So sad that Boomstick did not end up seeing the smolder right there. Boomstick, if you happen to be in the chat, if you happen to have the time, just type to me, did you see smolder up like off on the side there? Because if you did not, then dang. Because like I don't think you got like I saw that like they called it out there. I don't think they actually got the flash. I don't remember. No. Oh, they did. They got Smolder's flash. Okay, never mind. There's a call out from it. Okay, cool. So at least you got Smolder's flash out of it. So Astros is going to be at a slight disadvantage there, even when he gets the flap later on, which is the Smolder E. He's not going to be able to completely get away from every single situation. So at the very least, you have that working for you. But right now, we do have Cop. Oh, wait. Never mind. It is Casual Plebs. You... You sly, sneaky dog. You guys there on Chumbawamba, sitting there making a switch. Casual Plebs is actually the Scion piloting it for the jungle here, while the Maokai is up on the top side. So Eli Wood this time going to be able to have to combat against that as the Camille. I'm not sure how much that's going to change this matchup, but right now, Eli Wood hitting the level 2 first, able to get the first couple trades, getting the magic field, going to be able to hit the enhanced Q, bringing Cop down to half health. The engaging Q, not going to be able to get any of the snare trap down, but Boomstick and Critter both looking like they are actually on sync on what they want to do. They just need to get those timings a little bit more right. If they do another engage like that, that's blowing a flash, and that's guaranteed, or at least a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that swap as well in terms of champions. Great play there, but yeah, I don't think it's a Maokai favorite top lane by any means because of that switch.
Yeah, and I honestly, I personally don't like Camille in the sense of like she's just absolutely annoying to deal with, and this is like, if anything, like I said, I've seen Eli pilot this game to. Oh, what? I've never seen that before. Okay.
I hadn't either, so sorry. That's why I'm covering it for everybody. I was just like, wait a minute, why does he have a pot now? What is this?
Okay, so Eli's gonna have to definitely explain himself. Anyways, this is what I mean by I need to pay much better attention to the patches, and this is why what my podcast is gonna help with. Hence why Boosted right now a little bit low on the HP. It looks like he's just been getting constantly poked out by the Smolder, being on that auto attack disadvantage. Oh wow, just on the tip of the E, almost ends up getting the hook shot to land, but now Boosted Sandwich gonna be able to land the Justice Punch to get the taunt immediately. Boomstick gonna flash Q, manage to land, and Astros looking like the target as now it's gonna be Casual Plus being the second one being found after the second Q lands. Casual Plus getting the first, we're gonna go the flash, KB Jelly getting the second kill, and that's gonna be Stoner Nation putting themselves up 2-0 and 1,000 gold up in the beginning of this game, 4 minutes in, looking damn good.
Excellent roam there by Boomstick. Down everything they wanted. I was going to say that Astros was doing a really good job of pulling Boosted out of the lane, but that completely changes the complexion. I mean, he's going to get ahead here with some more farm, got some backing in. Eli Wood chasing Cop right now, but I don't think he has the damage at this point.
Oh, hold on. Jesus, man. If he just had the hook shot there, that would have completely changed everything.
Yeah, still pretty spicy, but it's an 8 minion lead there. Should be able to push out this wave. TP is available for the mount. Okay.
Oh,
Thinking
Giga Slayer being found, but here's KB Jelly here, and Casual Plebs is here to help with the counter gank, able to get the fight down. KB Jelly looking like the next target. Casual Plebs looking for one more auto, gonna be able to get it, but Giga Slayer is gonna be able to take out KB Jelly. Nicely done to be able to return a kill and get themselves on the board for the side of Chumbawamba.
Yeah, that's huge for them to get that answer and get that top lane, an advantage there. I mean,
Oh, but right here, hold on. They're looking for revenge. They're returning the kill, but Casual Plebs making the wraparound gank. Boomstick rooted up, gonna be stunned down and not gonna be able to get away. Just need one more. Giga Slayer getting the second kill of the game.
now that's extremely huge. Not going to be able to push this wave. Probably not be able to get Critter here. But they can be able to push this next level wave right here, and then back with all that extra gold in pocket.
My side and the wrong side.
Alrighty, I do like seeing that even though he's sitting just a bit behind Eli Wood, almost double the farm behind, he is still looking to take these trades and fight them. Maokai actually having decent sustain against him, already building really decent well against them, and Cat Plez has just been hanging in his bot lane. Hold on, is that the solo dolo boosted sandwich in the mid lane against Astros? Not being shown whatsoever, but this Galio going the tankier route and already looking like a menace.
Eli Wood is level 6 here. Cop just now hitting level 6.
Cop does have some more HP over Eli Wood here, but Eli Wood's still not afraid to take some of these fights, trying to thin out the minion wave. I wouldn't have been surprised if Eli Wood went full balls to the wall in here. He actually could if he could land the hook shot. I think that Cop is in a very weird position. Oh, Eli, yeah, no, he's gonna definitely fight this now. I would have won. Yep, Cop's calling for the MIA. If he stays right there, Eli might be able to actually, yup, here he goes, full on engage, lands the hook shot, manages to start fighting him off. Are you going to try to escape? I don't think, yeah, no. Cobb managed to regen a little bit more HP than suspected after Eli walked away from the lane. So he couldn't really go full on into him. But these Void Grubs now started by Casual Plebs as Astros has found KB Jelly. KB Jelly now having to walk away, still having a little bit of a trade fest going on up in the top side. Casual Plebs now turning around onto him, the Maul being called down, trying to get him down. But Astros being brought down to low health as well as KB Jelly, but the Guardian being called down and being brought up as Astros slays out KB Jelly, but Casual Plebs gonna have to lose his life for the trade. And Eli Wood now coming down, gonna have to look for another target, but not gonna be able to get it as Astros to Smolder goes on a double kill, double taunt lands, gonna not be able to get 2 more kills. Boosted gonna have to turn around, tries to get the Justice Punch onto him, not gonna be able to land. Cop now able to get it, but the long range rocket from Critter able to take out Smolder and send him to the gray screen. That was an absolute fiesta now. Gold difference only 3 down, only 3 difference between 3, and we're already looking like a crazy game over a kill per minute.
Yep, we knew these guys liked it bloody, and here they go.
Oh, that was a long range one. Gets the ult out of Seraphine, lands on the both members. Not going to be able to do anything. Boomstick, though, if he was level 6 here, I'm sure he'd be looking to continue this forward. But that was absolutely insane. I like seeing how scrappy these bot laners are trying to get one another. Oh, wait, KB, Casual, both looking to brawl. It ends up being Chumbawamba that ends up securing that Scuttle Crab. Critter, though, getting snared up, dropping his snap traps, not going to be able to afford any more engage from the side of Chumbawamba onto this bot lane. Yeah, they both should probably back here at this point.
Spicy game so far.
Void Grubs then also being taken by the side of Stoner, or side of Chumbawambas, as they are able to secure 2 of the 3, as one of them was actually secured by KB Jelly before being taken.
Astros living up to his baseball card here.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. This time, Cop looks for the engage on the KB, onto Eli Wood. Now, Eli looking for it, but he does have the charge as the train comes rolling in. Casual Player just ramming himself right into Eli Wood, and Casual Player is going to be the one to send him back the base express ticket there.
Yep, not enough respect there from Eli, I guess. Needing to know, have that vision there. Huge by KB not being able to take the top scuttle grab, kind of costing Eli his life there, but good response there, knowing that Zion is topside, so it's free dragon for domination.
Right now, both these teams looking pretty dead even, if you ask me. Even with a 500 gold lead at the moment, still we're waiting for Critter to scale up a little bit more on this Jinx, as we do want to see, though, eventually Seraphine and Senna are going to end up being a complete heal bot issue. Oh, wait, is he looking to go in? He does not he does not land the hook shot. I was about to say hand the look shot, which is absolutely crazy to me, but he does not manage to land the hook shot onto Cop, and instead is going to just barely go back. Cop now starting to actually catch back up to Eli Wood. Also, it managed to be a level up on him, but Eli Wood still doing a lot of damage with just the Phage and the Sheen at this current moment. So we got to be careful, as those enhanced Qs with the Sheen is going to proc some heavy damage.
Yeah, jungler's very active in this game, or at least casual clubs there. Being able to answer a couple of times, setting up some of his own plays, topside as well.
Casual Plus, though, sitting at 100 KP right now, forcing the
Huge.
flash out. KB Jelly going to be able to find Timberland, as Critter is now trying to walk up, but there's also Casual Plus here going to be able to do it as he launches the rocket. Timberland going to be slain as Galio is here now to help save his team. This is what they're looking for, but the big 4-man ulti getting from Diggs, like, going to completely disengage the fight. They do manage to get one kill, but Diggaslayer are able to take it back and stop them from any further deaths from happening on the side of Chumbawamba. Nicely done right there. That was actually huge. That should be one that you should definitely keep as a part of your highlights.
3 ults also used by the side of Stoner Nation, but they did pick up the kill.
Oh, wait a second. Backing probably wasn't looking at what was going on. A lot of damage coming out. Senna ult dropped. Gonna force the flash out. Oh, no, not force the flash. Force the flat flap. And that's going to get him over the wall there as the Senna ulti is dropped. They do know that KB is around. Astros is kind of hovering, but Boosted Sandwich is looking as well. So they don't want to go into this. Casual Plebs, though, finding Eli Wood. Boomstick is now hovering over the wall. Critter and Diggaslayer are both hovering there as Senna is now roaming back up. Boomstick going to be trying to hover here, trying to find a target. Casual Plebs being, I think, sighted by KB Jelly. Yes, he was under a level under the Udyr, but going to try to get away as the Blast Cones does not get him anywhere. So now KB Jelly gonna have to try to run away. They charge down. The mom is called. He's gonna be trying to run away as Astro secures that kill with a straightaway Q. Nicely done there by the side of Chumbawamba to be able to keep the extended fight going and find the target.
Really unfortunate there with the blast gun. I don't know if it thought he was like standing directly on top of it or what. He just kind of didn't move. I don't know if he was rooted. Didn't think so, but that's unfortunate. Being blasted away.
That's small indie company. Just they can make anything work. Boomstick and Casual Plus both sighting each other on their red trinkets, then trying to kind of, tiptoe dance it out. Eli Wood now engaging on the Cop, but Cop with that Sunfire Cape just having a lot more to be able to resist. But now Boomstick is here, and so is Casual Plebs. They are looking for these Void Grubs. None have been taken so far by either side. We do have Cop dropping the ult. Critter, though, getting engaged upon by 3 different members off on the backside. Misposition, he's going to get you punished. Critter getting shut down as Cop does take that kill. KB Jelly then being the next one to fall. These 3 managing to secure 1 grub for themselves on the side of Stoner Nation. But right now, Chumbawamba looking absolutely clean as they're starting to pull away with the lead in this game. First surmountable lead at 1.5k.
Yeah, definitely did a better job there closing that out. It looks like Camille's going to hit their mid game, a little bit weaker right now. Maokai definitely being able to take advantage there. Obviously had gold blights now too with those kills. So we'll see what Eli can do. Eli keeps trying to fight this, but the more he fights and is not able to get the kill, the better off the Maokai is with that grasp.
And we're starting to see a little 1v1 going on. Eli Wood, he is taking a lot more damage than expected against the Maokai. So I'm surprised he keeps fighting this here. And look at that. Casual Plebs is trying to make himself a walk-up. I don't know if they actually have vision on him there. Eli, though, not seeing him here. We're getting a little 1v1 here in the mid lane as Astros is getting engaged on by Boosted Sandwich. But now Casual Plebs is just holding on. And that's going to be the root. That's going to be the stop of the hook shot. Eli Wood not going to be able to walk away as he uses the ult to try to get away. But Cop going on the killing spree as he ends up getting the help of his jungler, able to take that out, boxing that wave now as he uses the ult, thinking that Eli was gonna get away, but it's not gonna be enough. Cop here going 3-0, unkillable right now for the side of Chumbawamba. Stoner Nation though going ahead and getting another Drake for this fact that the top that the jungler was last seen on the top side.
That's really the only thing they have to hang their hat on right now is the fact that they have this the drag advantage here being 2-0, but otherwise, you know, 3 lanes that are behind in gold, and you know, looks like they're gonna lose this first turret here pretty soon. Just kind of getting out macroed here as a team.
First, it was looking really good in the beginning of the game for the side of Stoner Nation as they were able to make some really good early engages. Oh, that's unfortunate that missed. Whoa, boomstick. That's an unfortunate ulti there. Not gonna have that for a little while now as that was just used. I think he might have thought that he got that Q immediately and just went QR like as if he was just trying to preemptively use it. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. But now KB spotted here on that Scryer's Bloom, not going to be able to make any form of engage now here. This is where we're starting to see the game pull away from the side of Stoner Nation, and they're going to have to do something here, get some good pick and some major objective to be able to claw back into this game. We do see a tower dive though being set up. No ultimate on the Amumu, so let's see how that ends up working as KB decides to cancel the dive entirely. Astros did hover this side. With that ping being called, I guess that's the reason why he decided to just go back off on it. Galio does have the ultimate. He could have been ready to roam down and help with that dive, but I think that at this point the team is trying to play it a little bit more safe. We are just about at a kill per minute right now with this game, and we're gonna be waiting for this next. I think once the Rift Herald fight happens.
Yeah, it looks
yeah,
like Rift
I'm about
Herald
to say, like, at this point we're kind of expecting one as KB Jelly is spotted out by Cop here on the backside. Casual Plebs trying to get somebody on the backside of that jungle, not going to be able to get anybody, but Astros is now here trying to lay down the damage. His mom is dropped, so does the center ulti. Eli will utilize the ult to try to separate them out. Jinx getting the rocket to come down, but so many people are low as Eli Wood gets dropped first, then Astros right after by the Galio. Udyr then being dropped, Copped all alone as Casual Plebs comes up to help. His top laner going to be able to look for that damage as Casual Plebs going on a killing spree, able to drop Boomstick there now, chasing down Critter. Critter now being helped out by Boosted. Cop though gonna be able to walk this out and walk away as Critter gets taken down and sent back to the base. This is more members now. Chumbawamba just peering one after the other, trying to help out the rest of the members and slay the rest of the members that is left of Stoner Nation as they get sent to the gray screen. That's going to be Boosted Sandwich, the last one to drop in that extended fight. Absolutely insane by both sides, but it's going to be overall right now Chumbawamba being the absolute dominator.
I think Boosted Sandwich misplayed that fight a little bit when he went over the wall to chase down Astros. While you don't want Astros over there free hitting at the same time, you gave away a lot of your CC, a lot of power that you had in that fight. You lost your numbers there, and then it just took way too long to get back over the wall. There was just no options there to get back into the fight.
Udyr, he's just looking for Kot, but Kot used the he was just able to push him away twice, and it ended up working out, deterring KB completely. That is just more gold going over to the pockets of Chumbawamba as they sit at a 6k gold lead at 18 minutes. This game already looking very bleak for the side of Stoner Nation.
Yep, going to be a little challenging for them to get back in it. I mean, they do have the Dragon stacking, and they do have the Jinx scaling, and eventually Camille get a line and start pushing some of these side lanes. So they're not completely out of it yet, but it is starting to look a little more bleak. Continue to not be in position to win those fights early around those objectives. We're getting another one coming up in just a minute. So we'll see if they really choose to fight over that. It's kind of their like win condition in their ankle is to keep stacking these drags.
And you would think that would just be enough. Like, just keep stacking the drakes, everything should be just fine. But I don't think that's going to be enough, especially when you have both Senna and Smolder both infinitely stacking in this game at this point. And Smolder's actually doing pretty well, even though 3 and 4. still able to make some things happen in this fight, dropping the moms on the right spot, having about 170 stacks right now at 19 minutes. So we're getting really close to that. What is it, 225 that they need to hit? So if it's the 225 cusp, we're only 55 stacks off, then Smolder's going to be starting to execute people at around 22 to 23 minutes. This is looking very dangerous for the side of Stoner Nation right now, as Cop is making his way up, but I believe he was spotted on a ward, so they decided not to engage onto that fight because that could have been more people losing lives and giving up more gold than they have. They are still starting to claw some of that gold back, as they're only sitting at about, oh, they are 6k down. Never mind, they've not clawed back. I thought it was 5k for a second. I did the wrong math. Astros able to easily just walk away as he uses the flat flap to get over the wall. Drake stacking this time stopped as the streak is ended with them getting their first Drake for the Chemtech Soul on the side of Chumbawamba. So nicely done to be able to stop the Drake stacking already of the side of Stoner Nation. Now they're starting to lose their one major advantage that they had. Boomstick missing the first Q, not going to look for the second immediately on to Astros. As the turret is nearly taken mid lane. Once that mid lane turret drops on the side of Stoner Nation, they're going to lose so much control of this map. They need to do something here.
But looks like they're not. They're trying to push the top lane, playing around, and looks like they're going to lose their tier 2 bot tower.
Jeez, this is looking like a really unfortunate game right now for the side of Stoner Nation. They're not really sure what to do with the way that they're being split alongside the map. Boomstick constantly trying to be at different places to help out, but it's not really working out for them right now. They decided to go right in. Eli Wood not going to be able to land the hook shot and not landing the bandage toss either onto any member, and it's going to be a complete disengage. They managed to get that bot tower, and they're just expanding their gold lead right now, sitting at about 7k ahead. Nicely done from the side of Chumbawamba to continuously keep going and not giving up anything really in a stupid fashion to make sure that their lead is lost. Critter though still farming up pretty decently well, even though 2-2 on the Jinx, still able to make some things happen here. I think that's probably the one big shining light here at the moment. It's probably been Jinx, it's been like the mid to bot side for the side of Stoner Nation, and they just need to continue playing to the way that they're doing. Boomstick looking for some targets, but Cop instead being able to make the engage onto him. Bandage toss landing. Boomstick now trying to walk away, but that's going to be the rest of Chumbawamba now being able to find them, getting absolutely knocked away. Not going to be able to land anything onto him. Nicely done to be able to get away from that, but now so many resources used to be able to try to catch one member out for the side on the side of Stoner Nation. But Chumbawamba is still extremely healthy, having a choice. They're going to look towards that Baron.
Yep, going to look to the Baron. No vision currently up. No blue trinkets anyways to go check this out. So someone's going to have to run up and get that vision down. Looks like Galio's going to try to go scope it out himself, but the team is way too far away. Rocket's is too early. Not going to be able to get that. Boosted trying to be just tasty enough to get them distracted. Not going to happen here.
And from the way it looks like, I believe Smolder has completed the stacks. I just saw the explosion at the end there, so not sure if they're close. Oh no, they're at 195. So if the explosion happens at the 175 mark, I think, or something like that, and then the 225 mark is when it actually gets the execute. So, all right, so a little bit slow on the stacking part of it, but I think that's okay, because Smolder is still doing pretty good. Already has Mono Moon, already has the Trinity Force completed, ahead of the Jinx in that regard, and it is ahead of both their lane opponent and the Galio. So I think that they're not too worried about Smolder having a little bit less stacks than what they want to have at 23 minutes. But they're not also, it's not like they're perfectly farming either, so can't really expect much of them, as Eli Wood meets that engage, but KB Jelly is here to be able to help him out. Cop this time caught in between 3 different members. Senna ulti gonna be there, flashing away from the Jinx rocket, not gonna allow the Jinx to be able to help. But 4 members are now here trying to get Cop. Cop able to live for so long, allowing the rest of the members of Chumbawamba to be able to come down. Big charm landing on the 2 members from the side of them, and now Diggaslayer gonna be able to take out Eli Wood, going on a rampage as no members of Chumbawamba are being able to be dropped. Cop living for so long, double kill going right over to Diggaslayer. They're able to find another member off the backside. Astros now being chased down as Boosted Sandwich is caught between 2 different members. Critter gonna now be slain as a triple kill, going over to the Seraphine, and Boosted Sandwich now trying to walk away, being slowed down, being caught out, and not gonna be able to walk away, as Cobb now not being the target anymore, as he is now the Slayer, and that's a quadra kill ace going over to the Seraphine. Nicely done by the side of Chumbawamba to be able to secure all of that.
Chumbawamba looking exceptional. Like they're the real deal. That's not a joke that they're 4-2. Like they have been performing all season.
We're sitting at about a 13K gold lead for the side of Chumbawamba, looking very, very strong right now in this game. 6-0-10, 7-0-1 for the top lane and bot laners respectively, as they stay unkillable currently in this game. And we just saw an absolute from 3-0 and from 3-0-0 to 7-0-1 all of a sudden on this Sarah feed. It's gonna be absolutely disgusting to play through this. They have an uphill battle to climb right now for the side of Stoner Nation, but they are still not giving up just yet. They still have a little bit more fight in them. Even though the 2 inhibs are down, they can still try to filter a lot of this gold onto the Jinx, I believe, and be able to get her to start ramping up and do the damage that they need.
Seraphine and Scion, I expect to be banned for 2.
Honestly, don't think the Scion was such a big issue.
I think he did, well, you could argue just casual, and you can't just ban casual, but I think he did a really good job on it, though, with, I think he got bullied maybe a little tiny bit early at the beginning, but then he definitely helped get his lanes ahead and was there repeatedly, and they just couldn't deal with it. So it's hard, because you can force one to shake out what do you do, but wave clear time, see what they can do.
No more Baron buff this time.
Boosted
so
sandwich
we do
engaging.
have
He wants
big
to fight.
boosted sandwich time. Maybe to get in the middle, but the center's going to be able to land it down as the mom is to be able to be called as Astros is not looking for the target critter now being able to be launched onto a boosted sandwich using the ult to try to land on a couple targets, able to knock up somebody with boosted stick. Going to be slain as Astros is able to take it. The rocket goes wide and doesn't go wide and manages to hit, but does negative damage as the rest of the tanks are able to eat up all of that. That's 2 kills as boosted sandwich gets slain, and so does Boomstick. So now 2 members of Stoner Nation down. They're trying to look for Elsa's. Eli Wood finds Astros with the ultimate, but not going to be able to get anybody. The high tech ultimatum is not able to slay him, but they do manage to find Astros, taking him out, but 2 members have to lose their life just for the smolder, as 4 members now sit slain. Critter all alone, the only one left alive by the side of Stoner Nation, that they're trying to pad their kill count, trying to get that last kill, able to take the ace and able to take the game.
Really impressive there by the side of Chumbawamba. Again, kind of a slow early game for both of these teams, but they just continued up on the pressure and just continued just to win fights. Again, gave over those first 2 drags, but it just did not matter.
Man, that was absolutely insane. Once they were able to actually get like their own, I liked how the moment that Chumbawamba, once they found that they can actually just continue to keep fighting, they were just like, oh, we can actually do this here. Cop, like in multiple different situations, it was hilarious to see that they were trying to catch him out, and it's just like stall. Okay, whole team is up here. We fight the rest of you guys now after you just used everything to attempt to kill this top lane Maokai. I'm gonna suspect that Maokai might potentially be a ban, not just because of the performance from Cop and also the rest of the team being able to play so well around it. I also think it's just an overall really good pick in a team composition environment where you have somebody who can just be this wide range, long range engage, and it's really hard to be able to combat against it unless you have somebody who can eat up the tank, who can actually tank up a lot of the hits. So right now, this is looking absolutely insane to me, and I think that we should really look towards trying to, pick at their team composition. I think the Seraphine definitely should be banned, and I think Cop should also ban out the Maokai as well. I think that they can deal with the Scion, but the Scion wouldn't be a bad third. But if I'm prioritizing bans, Maokai and Seraphine right now are looking like the 2 that should be gotten rid of immediately.
They could also use some more tank shred on the side of Stoner Nation if they are going to fight. You can go up
I think
against
that's why
another,
I
draft
would
like
have.
that.
That's more of like, even if it was like one of the, because they did need the tank shred, even they got like somebody who did like a Leandri's burn and then built more of the magic shred and then or the MR shred, and just kind of just been able to get that full AP like percent HP damage, just trying to get them to just kill as much as possible. It would have really helped to get the Jinx going, because then she could have been able to possibly finish off the tanks after they've been burnt down, poked down a bit. I think that's what would have helped if they had the ability to poke down a little bit more against them. Because let's be real here, there was a lot of poke coming out from the Senna, the Smolder, and the Seraphine all together whenever they were trying to posture around fights for objectives. And so like it was just like, okay, they could poke us from far distance. We can't even get in really close. We can't even allow our Jinx to really do damage. And then the one time that Jinx actually did, I saw Jinx really get in on a fight. She was then immediately just pincered on by 3 other members of the side of Chumbawamba, and it was over. So it was just like, oh shit, what do you do? So I think if they're gonna do anything, the bans have to definitely be the Maokai and the Seraphine at the very least. They should definitely do. Scion definitely a close third, and just try to either get some more AP shred to try to, or get a little bit more magic damage to try to kind of build those damage profiles a little bit more, and then try to get a little bit more shred. Like we did get a little bit of AP from the Udyr, but it's just the one item, and then he goes straight into like tank afterwards. So we want to see a little bit more from, we want to see a little bit more. Maybe Boosted does get put on one of those AP picks. Unfortunately, Malzahar being banned and Lux being banned, that did not allow for him to be able to be on one of those more stable AP picks. But I think maybe we prioritize mid lane a little bit more in this next game.
Absolutely. I mean, I think they can choose red side again, and but yeah, if they can get in that first rotation, go ahead and take whatever the comfort pick is there for Boosted Sandwich. I mean, he did well in his matchup, but just go ahead and pick one of those early that he would like to have, the utility for his team there, and then make sure that counter pick goes over to Eli Wood, so he doesn't fall for, I think, what we fell for as well, which was that we thought it was going to be a Scion top, and then it was in fact the Maokai. Now maybe we'll hear from him later. Maybe he knew it was going to be the Maokai, but yeah, interesting to get his take on that at some point for that matchup, because I think he, in theory, knew what one of the opponents was going to be, what the plan was there. But yep, so looking for these teams to get lined up for game number 2 and get a lobby started. I'm gonna go check their team chats, to see if we know who's taking what side for game number 2. All right. So yeah, waiting for teams to get the lobbies together. So I think we're gonna go ahead and flip to a break, Malco, or flip to a pause. And
Yeah, quick pause sounds good.
Yeah, and we'll be back shortly. Catch you guys on the other side.
All right. See you guys on the other side.
Sailing across the mighty rivers, rowing a row to the beat of drums, heading amongst the raiding seas. On time we approach the gates of O's, ready and gather all our strength. The night has come of soaring rain, for the honor have no fear. We shall ascend this night of war, ready and gather all our strength. The night has come of soaring rain, for the honor have no fear. We shall ascend this night of war. And the whispers of our fate, and our honor be foretold. Warriors of the northern lair, on gladness forged into our heart. Shields be shattered, arms of steel, bloody axes fly with velvery. this night of war, and the whispers of our fate, and our honor be foretold. Warriors of the northern lands, madness forged into our hearts. Shields be shattered, arms of steel, bloody axes fly with fury. Raging thunder shake the sky. Wrath of battle stains our mind. Rage of vengeful kings of war. Feel his sons and daughters fall.
All right, so we are back for Stoner Nation's Chumbawamba's game number 2. Teams are lining up in the lobby now. Got the draft roll up. Stoner Nation selecting to take red side once again. So we'll see when these guys get ready here. We already talked
Mentally,
about
I am. As I say, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about this before. What do we want to see? Real quick, I personally like the fact that Stoner Nation is picking back up the red side again. I think that's. I don't think it was necessarily a side selection issue. I think what it was once they got into game, they kind of fell apart in the game plan that they wanted to do. And because again, like very early on, for like the first like 5 to 10 minutes, actually were showing what they wanted to do, and then all of a sudden it just fell apart, and we're all like, wait, but what happened? Like, why is this happening to them? So we want to see them be able to just go ahead and just recapture exactly what made them so successful as a team. And at least in those early portions, that had me thinking for a moment, like, oh yeah, Stoner Nation can really take this game one. Was the fact that they were playing so well in that early game, and they were able to find, I believe it was, I'm trying to remember what the exact first kill for them was off the top of my head. If someone could just remind me, because I'm so focused on getting right into game 2. But that last game, they definitely gave me a little bit of like a showing of like, okay, we could possibly see them winning. Even when they got showed out in that bottom invade, that 5-man bottom invade, they still were like, they weren't discouraged by the fact that they had the information was given up. They just kept playing to what was needed to be done. So I think we should be seeing a very good playing again from Stoner Nation. I think they'll be a little bit more competitive this time because they know exactly what they need to do. KB, I just wanted to donate my points. Nice.
And we appreciate you, KB. We appreciate that.
Gut said go with Chumba, but my mind said nah.
Sorry
Well,
about
we're
that.
getting a laggy one. All right, so here is all the bans right here. We do see on the bot side they end up going complete repeat, except for the Scion being banned this time around. They thought that the Scion was the issue, and so Chumbawamba being able to get that first pick, they end up stealing the Amumu this time around on the side of Chumbawamba, while Stoner Nation end up picking up the Ash, and I believe Volibear is still being hovered, but I think we're having a slight lag in the draft flow. So we'll see some of the picks come up relatively soon. Volibear then, okay, never mind, we're fully caught up. So Volibear being the pick, so Ash Volibear for Stoner Nation as we speak, and Amumu right now being the first pick for Chumbawamba that is able to be flexed. So remember, that can go in the support, or that can go for the jungle role. So we're not sure exactly where that's going as of yet.
Yep, so we're live in draft. Sorry about that. I guess it just didn't like being on the back burner there. But the Ziggs that was denied first game from Astros is being picked up here. That could also go 80 carry. We could have a Ziggs Sona bot lane potentially, but a lot of flexible opportunities here for Chumbawamba.
There's some crazy flexing right now going on for the side Chumbawamba, but I do like the fact that this time around we're gonna probably be seeing the Amumu in the jungle instead of it being in the support role, a little bit more active. Even though Boomstick in that game, you were looking almost like a jungler. You were everywhere, and we're expecting that again, except this time a little bit more dangerous of a hook to get landed on, as the Blitzcrank is something that we're going to be seeing by Stoner Nation being picked up. So that's actually, you don't want to get pulled in. Definitely a nice dangerous one for the side of Stoner Nation to make them think a little bit more carefully about potentially where Boomstick could be coming from, and we're now looking at the rest of the bans. They do believe potentially that the Smolder can still be picked for that mid lane, so they do not want to give it up again. They decided to ban it out this time, Stoner Nation, as Chumbawamba now looking for their next ban.
Fired up and ready to serve. Let's go.
Hit Blitz is excited, you know. It's the
Ha
namesake.
ha ha
Malzahar
ha.
being banned this time around too. Okay, so Malzahar being banned as well. Again, no mid since there's no mid lane picks for Stoner Nation, they're gonna keep pencering it out. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Lux ban again this time around from Chumbawamba.
That's where I think they would go with it here. Um, they might look elsewhere for their ban if they're willing to give that over. Depends on what they're trying to do here with that matchup. Looks like Lissandra. Not sure if that's ideally in the pool of boosted. Um, but interesting ban, getting rid of another safe pick there. Mordekaiser being picked up. Again, this could potentially still be flexed between with the Volibear between jungle and top. So there's some options there, but interesting that not saving the counter pick for your top lane matchup there. That was an issue in game number 1.
Up and I mean, if he's confident enough on it, then I'm not really mad at him for it, but it just seems like something that's really it just seems like a little crazy to me that again they don't give the counter pick to their top laner when they do have that pick on the right side. And instead of Mordekaiser going up to that top side, is Galio now being picked up for the side of Chumbawamba. So that's definitely going to the mid lane. So Ziggs, I believe, is going to be the AD carry this time around. And we're looking for the final pick for the side of Chumbawamba.
Yep, very interesting so far. 3 seconds left here, so this should be a pick should be made very shortly. And a Nefiri being picked up. All right, this gives them a lot of flexibility here. Yeah. So a Mumu jungle, Nefiri mid, Ziggsona bot lane with a Galio top. I guess that's what we're looking
I
at
think
here.
I think Nefiri top with Galio mid might make a little bit more sense depending on this matchup. Actually, yeah, yep, and they're anticipating that it might be in the Nefiri top, so I guess we're seeing. Oh no, Nefiri mid. So, yeah, so they have flexibility, I think, on their team as well at this
We
point.
got beef for days, so let me go ahead and work on getting this predictor up here. Make sure it's set to 5 minutes. All right. Predictions are now up for game number 2. And while we're sitting there twiddling our thumbs while we're waiting for these teams to get lined up and ready for draft, reminder that if you have a Prime subscription just sitting around or want to go ahead and feel like donating another a regular subscription there to help support our league and to prevent any pesky ads, we very much so appreciate it. And we'll give you 30 days of love here from the caster desk. Again, another interesting betting there. We got 9K being thrown down by Timberland. He's ready to run it back. I kind of always lean on the sides of thinking it's going to be game 3. I think Timberland increased his to about 19K, but casual plebs coming back, plopping down 26K. They're just all in. They're on the cast. They're like, no, this is our time to shine. We're going to go big, or we're going to go home.
Alrighty, I'm betting some points down on Stoner Nation only because I kind of like these odds of what potentially could be one. Even though knowing Hailstorm, he's probably gonna ruin my odds. But it's I. Oh, never mind. Someone else decided to join in as we do have 7K being betted up for the side
It
of
is
Stoner
I.
Nation in the winner. Ah, you bastard.
It's still good odds for us. It's still almost 8.
I mean, because I'm with you on the same thing where it's like I believe in the game 3 potentially happening, and so I would really like to be like, yeah, let's go, force it to a game 3 and win some points here, but then we get to actually see a game 3. And for this one, it's really nice because I would like to see Stoner Nation force it to be a competitive series, especially with how much of a tear that they were on over the last couple of weeks. we would like to really show for them, especially against another one of the teams that are supposed to be right in their wheelhouse. We want to see them really punch up with Chumbawamba and be able to bring it to a game 3, so they can show that even if they do lose here tonight and they go to 4-3, they're still a very competitive team for when playoffs do come into contention.
Yeah, we have a very interesting mid to top half of the league. Basically, it's all right there in the mix. We'll see how it turns out at the end of 9 weeks. But very, very interesting, very tough matchups. I don't think there's going to be an easy out once we actually get to playoffs. So this should be very entertaining to be cast.
Dropped another 20K.
Who did that?
There's
Timberland.
60.
Yeah, Timberland's up to 26K there. Not to be outdone there by his counterpart, Casual Plebs. And Sunder Nation, looking at you. This is a very tasty payday here of almost 11-1 odds for you and I, Malco. And there's still time to get into the mix if you want to put points down on either side.
Donor
The
Nation,
odds are
I
too
need you
good.
to pull this out.
Hailstorm, do I
Eli
need to
Wood,
text you?
your
Get in on this? We could be on the same
your
side for once.
vodcasting job is officially on the line right now. You got to win this game. I'm gonna blame you for this one. If you guys lose, I'm blaming Eli. I'm blaming Eli this time. just
Oh.
because he's the one I talk to the most.
Looks like we're going to have a lobby remake, so sorry for the slight delay.
Were they already in spectator delay or?
No, they weren't in spectator delay, so not falling too far behind that yet. So getting everybody lined up here again. Sorry about that. So we're going to have a little more time. Can't push the buttons for them. Sorry. We don't have that kind of money. Let's see. All right. Everybody's lined up. Lobby had glitched. Oh, man. So we're getting lined up. Shout out to Hailstorm. Made sure he got his points down just so he could come and snipe it from me. Oh, man. Can't let him do that. Can't let him do that. No sniping. Sniper, no sniping. Okay.
I mean, it's only an extra like 6K he just put into that. That's not that bad. We still got some good odds if Stoner Nation are able to take this.
Yep. Again, so we got some other. We got his money here, so we're down to 6-1 odds, but still very good. And looks like those polls are now closed. So almost 69K to almost 14K in favor of Chumbawambas, 5 votes to 4 votes. And again, Chumbawambas trying to prove a point here with both their points and their gameplay that they are all in. They are ready to win this. And Halfling also putting the house down on Tim and Co. He is ready for this. Well, Casual. That's why I always tend to flame people. Going, you don't just go all in. You got to build up to that. You got to small blind, big blind, and you got to slowly build and get them invested. Going, it's just another 1,000. It's just another 1,000. That's how you get 160,000 or whatever I got now.
I sometimes get really, really lucky. You never know.
I'm at a cool 177K. You will not see me go all in. Hey, thank you for the follow, McFast Show.
Hey.
I know this man, if you guys are interested, is always looking to to get in these in houses to get those going. This man wants to be salaried and wants to be picked up by a team. So if you're also looking to be picked up by a team or to sub and need to get salaried here, we always have people trying to get together most weeknights, trying to get together and play custom matches in house. Sometimes it's just hard during the season, but we do have the off season coming up, and we do have teams that will start to get eliminated here in about 2.5 weeks' time. We'll start seeing some of those and have some of the player pullback being released from their team duties. Um, but with that being said, we will have to wait for spectator delay here. But the teams are all lined up. I already picked. Yep, I think it's the lineup. We thought it was going to be this game for once, Malco.
Oh, Galio top,
No,
Neferi mid. Okay.
yeah, well, no changes here with casual plebs, pulling off something sneaky. Um, so again, Galio into the Mordekaiser, hoping that some of that MR resist will help out early. The Volleybear being taken to the jungle. The Malphite going mid, I think I do like that into that Neferi matchup there. So good counter there by Boosted. And the Ash Blitzcrank into that Zig Sona. So they're going to have to play back, which they probably are with that Ziggs. Using his Q to farm a lot, not the auto attacks, especially once any kind of damage gets built up there. So maybe kind of an uninteractive lane this time in the bot side. But looks like plenty of pressure on the other two sides. I guess mid lane, there's not going to be a lot of kill pressure onto that Neferi from the Malphite. I mean, if you get directly on top of him, he can do something there. But otherwise, not a lot of CC until he hits level 6 to be able to all in there. The Volibear does have a stun, but again, just trying to get on top of the Neferi is a little bit harder than last game's CC situation. And then kind of the same thing with Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser has his E, Dabs has the pull. So in terms of CC advantage, I think that advantage lies solely with Chumbawamba.
Oh, there's just gonna be a lot of different factors that are gonna go on with this game. I'm really Stoner Nation favorite right now. So and Hamill, can I just shorten it to Hamill? Welcome for your first time watching some games here with us at Valhalla Esports. It's great that you're joining in. Greatly welcome. Definitely, if you can, if you're also interested in joining the league, by all means, look for the Discord link down
He,
below and go ahead and
Hamilcar?
join us.
Hamilcar's in the league.
What, is he?
He's in the league.
Oh,
He's
his
been
first.
very active on the message boards, so we appreciate you tuning in and joining
Nice.
our games. I'm trying to remember if he's salaried at this time, but either way, he is an active member, has been chatting. I think actually, I'm trying to remember if he has two in-house, two accounts actually, but either way,
He's
yeah,
my goat
thank
in
you.
the sub scrubs. Ah, okay.
Okay, yeah, so he's on the sub team. He's looking for a team, much to Halfling's dismay. Halfling's still trying to build up his goat sub scrub team, but has done a good job this season, representing the subs with quite a few of them being picked up already.
Props to Halfling for getting quite a few of these subs picked up. Can't really keep he hasn't been really able to keep a really good sub on his team for too long. So that's actually a very good props to him as he's starting to help some of these sub players actually get onto teams. So I think that's really good that we actually do have that kind of thing also going on. A lot of people are being promoted to full-time team players. And I think for some people that's been able to allow them to actually show what they got.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the biggest things we see in this league is that yeah, have to get exposure, have to get games played with the normal crowd that we do have. We kind of get some of the same faces every year, especially the captains. Generally, are people who've been around the league, so just getting more interaction with other people in the league, and just exposing your skills and just the communication level and things like that definitely make you a lot more interesting there for teams to pick up.
And here we go. We're officially getting right into game. When my boy Perfy getting did Perfy already get picked up?
Perfy was on a team earlier this season. Believe he was on NRO again, running that one back. But free agent at this time. People definitely know what Perfy can bring to the table there, and will not be surprised if he gets picked up in the near future.
And I do like this. Once again, Stoner Nation doing the 5-man stack. This time on the top side, looking for Copt. Copt, I believe, did end up seeing them. Not getting grabbed by the hook. Blitzcrank going to end up missing it, meaning that they're all going to have to back off. Boosted, though, trying to find a little bit more. Arrows able to land. Copt being slow and taking a little bit of damage. They're continuing to chase on in. Boosted Sandwich able to get the cheese wheel to land onto him. Gonna put a little bit of vision down. Actually, no, they don't leave any vision at all. And instead are just gonna back right off. Getting grabbed in. Dingus Slayer trying to get away. Not gonna be able to do so. Oh man, a lot of damage being dropped onto him. And starting off a whole full fight here now as 5-on-5 are currently going on. That was a really good grab by Boomstick right there to not get any summoners out of the Ziggs, but still getting a chunk of damage, forcing some backs, and definitely going to stop the momentum of these laners.
Yep, I'm wanting to see the blood here early, but nothing cooking so far. Just a lot of damage. A couple of these lanes are going to be a little interesting. Eli Wood starting about 150, 200 health down, but obviously feeling comfortable enough that he's just going to have to dodge some of these and just survive and sustain through the lane.
I'm very interested to see how Copp ends up playing this Galio in the top side. I have not seen a Galio top in quite some time. I know that because of the fact that he's played primarily tanky, he can go up in that top side and be a pretty decent duelist up against these other top lane duelers. So this is going to be very interesting to see how well he plays this. We just saw how well of a performance he did on the Maokai. Already, he's trading very well into Eli Wood. Blue side is pretty AP heavy. Yeah, they are, but I think that they're not too worried about that. But hold on, Eli Wood looking to get a little bit more as Copp's flash is forced out of him as Eli was almost able to take that solo dolo up on the top side. The Sona being pulled in, slowed down, being ignited, and a lot of damage being dropped. The first blood not going to be enough as the heal is popped. Both sums coming out of Timberland, but is going to be able to save his life.
A lot of early aggression here from side of Stoner Nation, almost getting kills in the top and bot lanes. Astro's going all in here on Boosted.
Getting a decent amount of damage onto this Malphite early. Hold on, Boomstick. Casual Plebs is now here. Flashes in, gets the flash out of Boomstick, but not going to be able to land the bandage toss. At least he gets his flash for his flash. That's going to be nice as Boomstick now doesn't have that really good engage to it. Still has Fax Flash though. And right now, both of the map states looking pretty even at the current moment. Astro's having a little bit of a push here on the Neferi right now, but neither of the junglers are posturing towards the mid side. So right now, feeling safe to be able to get this continuous push in on the Malphite. We do, and I think now we're just kind of in that slow time.
Yeah, full clear being opted for on the side of KB Jelly.
Oh no, Cop, hold on. I think KB might be able to find him. Never mind.
Oh, but KB going to be there to claim that first Skull Crab. Amumu still working on clearing this top side. You'll see that start to even out there. So I think so far advantage there for KB Jelly. KB Jelly looking like he's going to maybe go for a fight here, or just maybe steal away this Gromp.
I think Casual kind of understands that potentially he is being invaded if he doesn't already know that he is. So he's instead gonna pivot over to his Raptors. Nice little change to make for himself so that he doesn't end up just potentially giving up a kill over to the Volibear early. Volibear right now is a little bit ahead of Casual Pleb, sitting at about 10 farm up and able to get, like, again, some of these extra camps with the scuttles and stuff first. It definitely ends up being an issue for him. But Casual, looks like, I think Casual Plebs is hovering kind of around this mid lane. Astros might potentially engage.
I think we missed earlier that Cop actually gets backed and then TP to lane for the level ones. So having to walk back to lane there, so huge for Eli to crash that wave onto that mid turret, or sorry, the top turret there.
Hold on, Boosted does have flash. He can try to get out of this. They can potentially force the flash out of him, but instead he's deciding to take the fight, and the first blood is gonna go right up to the Fury. Nice way to. I'm glad that he held his flash instead of trying to force it out of himself and try to get away when he had really no escape. If he was level 6 there though, that potentially could have went very different. Oh, hold on. Boomstick's looking for somebody on the blue side. KB Jelly is now here. Gonna find Casual, able to knock him up, pull him in. Now KB finding the Amumu all alone. Boosted TP'd and is now looking onto the lane. No flash for this Amumu. He's just gonna have to accept death as it comes. Critter being gifted the kill from his teammates. That's gonna be the first kill for Stoner Nation.
Yeah, great job for them there. Hopefully, you can transition this to the Dragon for their sake. Looks like they are going to do so. The bottom wave is not pushing under their turret, so they're going to be able to go collect that afterwards as well. Eli, not able to quite set up a freeze here, but able to get this down. Is it
I
like
do like
300
the solo
health?
Dolo that's potentially about to go on as Cop right now, showing Eli that you can't just bang into the Galio. Sona Hail Mary for team fights. Yeah, and the Fairy Solo AD versus Triple Bruiser is kind of ballsy. Yeah, and honestly, I would have actually probably wanted to see this. Did the Seraphine get banned this time around? Because if not, I would have actually like to have seen the Seraphine over the Sona potentially.
Seraphine was not banned, it was just not picked.
Okay. I think they could have still went for the same bot lane from last game. It would have probably worked out just as well.
Oh, they absolutely
But
could.
they,
Dingus Slayer
oh
getting
man,
picked here.
Dingus Slayer getting pulled in once again. That's just unfortunate. The Ignite is dropped on him, but it's not gonna really do anything. He's at least still very safe. Critter not there to be able to really drop that damage. I was gonna be able to make him really like force him out of lane or at least get the kill there. So he's gonna be able to just heal all this up. Boomstick though looking for another hook, able to land it once again, gets the knockup now. Critter is actually here this time, but now taking a lot of damage from the other two on the wrong end, positioning out. They're gonna be able to keep dropping the damage onto him. Satchel Charge though gonna be able to help Critter with his escape.
Playing very dangerous game currently. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like when I play Blitzcrank or somebody else plays Blitzcrank, is that you have to have a lot of damage to be able to go with it, to be able to pop some of these targets. Otherwise, you're just going to pull people, and then they're just going to walk away awkwardly from you, or they turn around and engage on you, and it's just kind of interesting. You got to be careful who you pull. Oh, all right. Looks like we're going to get back into this.
All right, we just
KB up top lane, looking. Cops looking for this fight here.
Alrighty, here we go. He does try fighting Eli Wood, doesn't get his flash off as he does get the flash off, but he goes under the turret as the turret is now officially negated, trying to get the back off, but it doesn't end up working. He doesn't stall it out long enough, and Eli Wood's gonna be able to take that kill with the help of the jungle.
Oh, may have to back it up here. Just gonna back it up. The pause messes up a little bit, so we'll get to see that again.
Really quickly goes in, tries to get the Justice Punch. Turret is now able to re-aggro people, but it's not gonna be enough. They end up getting slain. Dingus Slayer this time though, gonna almost get pulled in under the tower. Gets a little bit of damage onto Boomstick. Both Critter and Boomstick taking a lot of damage, but I think that's thanks to the sustain coming out from the Sona for this lane.
Yeah, some of that's the sustain up. Another great pull here.
Oh,
But again,
man,
not
he
enough
keeps
damage.
getting these.
Just not enough damage for this lane to make these plays. So I think Boomstick's going to need to start roaming and causing some pressure elsewhere. KB's here. to help
Goes
boost the
right in.
sandwich.
KB able to not get the
Wall
stun
jump.
onto Astros. Astros now goes right over the wall. That's the immediate disengage and the Malphite ulti used so early in this game. And Astros actually now just gonna be able to stay in this lane now. Now that he knows that they can't do anything else to him, he can just go ahead and just get this farm for free.
Critter can't be here. That's a plate's going over, but now being split 3 ways, so I wouldn't be overly worried about that as Critter. Minions about ready to go down. Arrow a second too early. Yeah,
Oh no,
Plebs
Casual
in too
Plebs
deep.
getting pulled under the tower, gonna force his flash out. Critter able to take out Casual Plebs with the second turret shot, able to help take him out. Now Dingus Slayer having to run away. Not any ulti from the Ashe though, but they do manage to find Timberland, and that's gonna be Boomstick this time, trying to get him. Pulls him in, and instead of the pull, it gets the kill. Oh, this time, and then we got an immediate turnaround up to the top side as the rest of the camera knew that the fight was going on. Cop now trying to fight off in the solo fight against Eli Wood. Eli Wood looking a lot stronger this time around. Almost 30 farm up in this top side, trying to get a massive lead on the Cop. And that's going to be him trying to get more of this fight. I really do like seeing what Eli Wood is doing here. He does have the ult ready. If he gets another pull on Cop, it just has to be a pull into Brazil, and that's probably the kill right there.
Yeah, much better job not giving over kills and getting some of their own this game. 1.3k gold lead here.
Ooh, Casual Plebs though, able to find Boosted a little too far pushed up, but he's able to barely get away. Uses his flash to just be able to create a little bit more distance. Boosted gonna be able to live that one out as Stoner Nation is now starting to find a little bit more footing in this game. They actually have a lead this time around at 10 minutes, but it is still not enough as Chumbawamba is still very much in it. Okay, Eli Wood gonna be proxying this wave this time and giving up some health to be able to take away some of this ability to push back in. But Casual Plebs is here this time, but so is KB Jelly. We're gonna get a double jungle fight, trying to flash away, not gonna be able to do it. Eli Wood though being the first one taken out as the arrow flies high and is able to find members and stun them up. Pull them out. Critter gonna be able to get a second kill of the game as Comp is able to use the ultimate. Not gonna be able to save anybody, but gonna be able to get the knockup as the fairy goes in. Trying to find KB Jelly as Astros gets that first kill. But the Volibear gonna be able to take out Comp, getting a second one as Astros finds the Blitzcrank. And he's looking for the third as the triple kill comes out. Astros looking insane as the Fury able to get 3 kills. And that's gonna be the Void Grubs going over to Chumbawamba.
And the entire lead for Stoner Nation just disappeared just like that. And you did what you couldn't do, which is give 4 kills over to the Fury, to the Astros. He's going to be very big now. There was the concern in the chat about the solo 80 damage from that team, but again, you get Nefiri fed like this, it's not going to matter. It's only 80 damage.
It's actually kind of scary when I'm looking at it like this. Oh, hold on. Yep, they managed to get all 3 Void Grubs. Now we have another pause. I can actually point that out. She had the Eclipse before the 4 kills.
So she's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's back in with a fat wallet. Like, that was insane. If I remember correctly, yeah, because she just immediately started.
Yeah, 1,800 gold.
Immediately started the Void Grubs after that fight and got 4 kills. And she has Eclipse in her inventory. Oh my god, 2,200 gold up on her laner. 20 gold up already with 4 kills. Jesus.
Yep. That's pretty big.
The bot lane is only ahead because Ashe has managed to get 3 kills, but it's not like it's on the Ziggs. Ziggs hasn't really fed any of those kills over. Still a little bit ahead in gold, so not a little bit ahead in the CS department, so it's not so bad. We do see the junglers are fairly even. I believe the top lanes are still relatively even, only about a 600 gold lead difference, and that's not really big. So right now this mid lane holding all the gold lead in their hands, and it's looking like they're going to start utilizing it very well, even though the game is currently tied up.
Yeah, everybody's going to have to start itemizing and watching out for the Fury. The Fury gets off against roaming. Kind of an interesting play there to make all that action top side. And Boosted Sandwich is trying to clear bot to save that turret. Did have TP up, I believe, so kind of interesting there. At least has TP up now. So we'll see what they could do here for this play. He is currently sitting back in base. Dragon is up. So they have some options there to pivot for the team. But yeah, just kind of took that overextended fight. Looked good for them in the beginning, but just took so long to get their kills down that the extended fight ended up backing up on them. And not having the numbers there, not having all the pieces that you needed to bat that. And we're back live.
Here we go. We
Right
try
in
to
the
find a
fight.
pull, not able to get on to anybody. Astros, the
There's-
TP coming in. Hold on, I want to back up that a little bit. Let's see when they manage to get the Void Grubs. And that's going to be all 6 of the Void Grubs going over to the side. Chumbawambas. That's going to be absolutely insane with the Ziggs here. Not able to get the pull. Astros now getting a little bit of damage. Oh, come
no.
on. Don't do this. No.
There we go.
Oh, hold on. TP coming in. We're going to end up seeing it. Should be the Malphite. Boosted Sandwich does have the ult. He can find something big here if he's looking for a couple targets. They do know Astros is there. There's a couple of them bunched up now, sitting there under their tower. Not going to be able to get any grabs onto one target. And that's just going to be so much expensive. That's going to be so many things expended and used to try to get those members caught. But it doesn't end up working out.
Yeah, end up picking up the 1 kill. Not necessarily super worth here. Then go get this drag. Looks like they're going to lose. Yep, they lose bot's first turret. And that is with
And
plates
that's-
up still before 12 minutes. Plates drop at 15. A cop
Oh
just being
man,
walked down
Cop is you're just getting walked down and taken out. Solo Dolo going over to Eli Wood for the side of Stoner Nation, but that's also them starting up this Drake. pulled over the wall. That's going to be a lot of damage being dropped on the Astros, but he manages to get right back over. And Casual Plebs looking to try to take the bandage toss, gets over the wall, tries to take it, and that's going to be the Mountain Drake stolen, and he's still alive in the middle of all this. Astros trying to heal up so he can try to find some kind of target. Big ultimate lands on the 2 members from the side of Boosted Sandwich, and that's Astros now back to low HP. This Neferi not going to be able to go in onto anybody. Big stuns coming out from Casual Plebs, able to land on the members, and that's going to be the Neferi now going in, finding the target. Critter taken out, KB Jelly going in on the backside, but no members being taken down by Chumbawambas as they all able to be slain. The Zig gonna be the first one to drop. Eli Wood though being the sole member left alive, trying to take out more of these members from the side of Chumbawambas. This Mordekaiser is huge as he has 6-1-2. Even though Chumbawambas win a big fight, that's still Eli Wood with the cleanup of the century.
Yeah, huge cleanup. Good job here by Cop, just going back top again and going ahead and pressuring these lanes, put a little more gold in his pocket. Eli trying to be the good teammate there, helping out. But yeah, KB Jelly, unfortunately, you can see there he smited early. I think he misjudged or forgot what his damage number was. He still has 14 jungle camps that he has to take here, or 14 creeps maybe. What it is? He still has that many now. 11. Whatever the jungle things are called. Sorry about that. I want to say biscuits, but biscuits.
I'm just gonna say jungle stacks. Anyways,
yeah, there you go.
Just call them jungle stacks for now, guys.
But
Until
yeah,
someone
misjudged his damage there. I think he thought he had maxed it out already.
I know we have some of our educators listening in the game here as Neferi ends up finding Boosted Sandwich, going to be trying to dish a lot of damage down onto him. Boosted Sandwich does almost have his ult up. Casual Plebs is on the bot side though, in case they do end up needing to be able to fight that out together. It's actually surprising. We were worried about the solo AD, but that is actually being proven as not really too much of a worry, as in Neferi does a lot of damage. I do like seeing how Chumbawambas do try to fight and find the right targets. All right, Dingo Slayer gonna have to use the Gonna have to use the satchel charge to get over the wall there. Nearly grabbed once again by Boomstick. Boomstick finding a lot of good hooks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He finds some really decent hooks. It's just that for some reason, somehow Chumbawamba members are able to live for so long, and so the hook doesn't really end up mattering, or it's crazy to watch how this game is going right now. And even with the kills right now being stacked up in the side of Stoner Nation, it is still a gold lead overall for the side of Chumbawambas, and they're still playing very, very well.
I'm still playing well. Got the split dragons. Another 2 minutes for the next dragon. Rift Herald is up currently, so we'll see if they decide to fight over that. They have previous game. See if everybody wants to get farmed up.
Dude. Cat hands, jeez, man. Are you Eli Wood now? That's our new Eli Wood in the chat, since he's playing in the games right now. Can't really give us any of his puns. Neferi uses W to go in as he finds Boosted Sandwich. Not gonna be able to do actually, never mind. That's nearly half HP that was just dealt by the Neferi onto a Malphite of all things. So yeah, this Neferi right now with I think that's the Brutalizer and Tiamat plus Eclipse, definitely doing a lot of damage. If they manage to find if they manage to find like Critter at any point in time in the back line, that's going to be a devastating thing to have happen, as Neferi now is walking up and is trying to help with this Rift Herald. I think Stoner Nation does have this secured, but I think they're still going to try to fight this out. Mordekaiser does show himself. Casual Plebs is looking for the right target. They're trying to go in. Not going to be able to steal it, but they're still going to be able to continue to fight. Crystal Side Mummy used to be able to continue to engage with this right now, looking for a particular target. I believe Brazil was actually used to be able to single out Casual Plebs and keep him out of the fight, as Eli Wood is able to go Domination Nation as he's able to chase him down, as Neferi is trying to find targets but not able to find anyone. So Eli Wood though finally going to get dropped as the Sona gets the shutdown. That's going to be Eli Wood get taken out, as though the Sona Timberland going to be able to be dropped. The 4 members now scattering and running for their lives. They're trying to not be seen by Astros. Astros though seen by other members in the side of Stoner Nation, going to be trying to look for it. The dog's able to save them from any of the extra damage, and they're stopping these backs, and they do have the Zig Satchel charge to be able to take this tower. They can actually continue to chase this in. Yep, continuously stopping their backs, just being nuisances to the side of Stoner Nation. Astro still looking for these targets off on the back end. He's hoping that he can find Critter, but Critter, though, not going into this dark jungle. Very well done by the side of Stoner Nation to be able to keep themselves in this game, but right now, maintaining their lead is Chumbawamba.
Yep, about 1,700 goal difference here at 17 minutes. Yet another very bloody game. Hopefully they can get even more blood and fighting for you here, as we're going to look like we're going to fight over Dragon.
This is where I expect this to be the full actual blow up. We're gonna see where the wallets, if the wallets really matter here. We're gonna see if one of these two teams can finally do something. Though a single tower still has not been taken by Stoner Nation yet. On the side of on Chumbawamba's side, they're still able to do a lot more here as they do get the double bandage toss to land. Neferi being absolutely death engaged by the blast cone, sending him way out of town, getting a mega justice punch, landing on the two members. KB Jelly able to walk out and being the only one not taunted, as Eli Wood now being using the Brazil, catching Astros out, trying to fight him, and he's gonna be able to fight the Neferi, but coming out and Neferi going on a rampage.
Yeah, I like the thought there, too, but just teams not organized and better pressure there from the side of Chumba to pressure both mid and the Dragon, and then just not on the same page there, and then Blitzcrank, the utility that pick, I don't think was optimized early on. Didn't have a lot of lanes to get those picks forward, wasn't able to get that damage down, so kind of really having to look to set up some of these pick plays, but again, they're kind of keeping the second member to a lot of these fights, a lot of these matchups, and the team's just not in a position to take advantage of that game.
It's very unfortunate because we saw that big cleanup fight that Eli was able to make happen earlier in the game, and it made me have hope that the Mordekaiser was going to turn into a giant steamrolling force. And we're seeing, though, that this Neferi, even within the Brazil form, was still able to outlast the Brazil and then able to ultimately take the kill onto Eli Wood. We do see him still doing some damage here. Astros is very, very big. Eli Wood is still very big, but Astros on this Neferi right now is very, very big. Anybody who is a squishy target on this map right now is honestly asking for death if they see this dog come charging at them. So we got to be very, very careful for Astros here, as he is 7-0 and basically putting right now Chumbawamba on his back.
Yeah, definitely trying to get that advantage there. We do have Baron coming up soon, so we do see Namumu here, but the Namumus by themselves, I don't think that's how you drew it up. Here comes Neferi back. I guess maybe trying to bait this fight here. Namumu is going to be spotted. I feel like Woods keep walking away. He's going to get chased down by this Neferi, dropping off damage.
There we go. He brought him to the death realm as he's brought to Brazil, but the rest of the members, we have 3 members right now on the side of Chumbawamba, right, surrounding him, ready to go in as Astros gets shut down. Finally, the dog has been slain, putting him in the kennel. As we do see, though, the bomb comes down. They're able to take out Eli Wood, but only Casual Plabs is left from the side of Chumbawamba. But we do see, here he comes, Cop, trying to save his members, able to find Boosted, not going to be able to get him. Is he going to chase him down? That should be Cop getting the kill. Is he there? Gever so slightly able to get it on the sliver of health, and now Chumbawamba turning the fight around, but KB Jelly coming around to try to get a little bit more for Stoner Nation, trying to protect Dingus Slayer, but that's going to be KB Jelly now getting slain. This is a double kill for Cop. The Stoner Nation thought they had that fight overall, and even though getting Astros out and taking them down, it is still gonna be Chumbawamba winning the overall fight.
That was definitely one of those yes, no, yes, no, yes, no for both teams. Started off really well for Chumbawamba, thinking they got the pick there on Eli Wood. Again, taking him to Madagascar. Saved some time there. His team was able to show up reinforcements, was able to get the kill onto Astros, but then just not enough damage to really continue the fight. More reinforcements show up, and then just the timing and some of those abilities missed, and that really kind of changed those fights, and it just overextended, just not enough on the side of Stoner Nation when you're just behind almost 3K at this point.
Yeah, it's just really funny to see because I keep seeing these glimpses from Stoner Nation every time that they get into these fights. It's like, oh, like you said, it was yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. this was literally a crypto scam going on right in front of my eyes. Just sitting there watching it just go plummet, go up, plummet, go up, plummet, go up. But right now, Eli Wood being able to, he does have the Brazil, goes into the stasis, can draw at least one member, but he's looking for it as they manage to land the Ash Arrow from downtown on the one member. Now, Eli Wood able to go ahead and take one to Brazil as Cop is the member that's going into danger. Double kill for Eli Wood, and more members are coming up as he's able to heal. The tower ends up taking him, and that was just ever so barely close. But now Dingus Slayer going to be taken out by Critter as we got the TP coming in from the Fury. And the Fury now looking for its target, finds the Ash, looking to get pulled in, but not going to mean anything as Astros ends up getting a double kill on that as Booster Sandwich now trying to get away from the dog. But the dog now getting ulted on, able to barely dodge out on the Malphite. Ultimate crashes down onto him from the Volley Bear. KB Jelly now blending that stun, getting that damage off. Almost able to heal it, but not going to be enough. But Casual Pleb's able to clean up the kills off the back end. Now it's going to be KB Jelly getting the double kill on that top side as he's able to finish off that fight.
Dragon coming up in here in 35 seconds. That is absolutely huge fight for Sutter Nation to win. Again, having that advantage early, letting Eli Wood almost take out 3 members by himself was pretty huge there. But then Asher's coming in and then, you know, cleaning up those 2 kills real quick, blowing his ult. And he actually did a really good job and sidestepped not 1 but 2 ults, dodging both the Malphite and the Volley Bear's ultimates. Let's see if this back is stopped here. The back is indeed stopped. Ooh. Is there damage? Nope, they're not coming over. They're pushing the wave. They're slowly rotating over. Here comes the arrow, though.
Here comes the Ash Arrow.
Here comes the knockup.
Ash Arrow had a long enough distance. Is going to be able to get him. The Blast Cone getting just going to be deceptive to Boomstick. Going to put him in the wrong place. But this is going to be the Flash Force style. Mordekaiser not pushing, but not being able to pull him in. But now he finds the first Q from the Bandage Toss of the Amumu, able to land on the Boomstick. Boomstick now going to have to be forced to run away. The Dragon already started by KB Jelly, but now the rest of the members are going to be able to find this. Eli Wood is able to take one member over to Brazil. This is going to be Casual Plebs. And now he's trying to fight as they're trying to stall, trying to get away. But now Nefiri going to be able to find Eli Wood off on that backside. The Kentech Drake going to be probably taken. The Dingle Slayer slays down. Eli Wood going to be able to get the Mega Inferno Bomb, but not going to be able to take the Drake. But now Cop being able to find the members, they're going to be able to continue this fight as Astros is looking to push forward. He's able to find a target, going to be able to land some damage down, but the tower is still there, so they're not going to be able to push on any further, losing the Drake, but at least taking a kill.
Really unfortunate for Eli that his team couldn't come and support him, but actually a great job for Eli, though, being that distraction this team needed and able to distract them enough so that they were able to get this drag, even it out, prevent them from getting to the soul point. So trading his life for the objective, probably a good call in this case. Unfortunate for Eli, he was not able to turn a kill there, but again, that's a great job of sustaining through for the side of Chumbawamba.
I mean, I do like seeing that the lead is starting to slowly eke back. They at one point managed to eke it back to a 1.5k gold lead only for the side of Chumbawamba, which was really nice. But we're starting to see, okay, so now we're seeing the turrets starting to get destroyed. So now they're sitting at just under 2k. This is perfect now for them, as they're not going to be able to really... They don't feel like they're too far behind at 25 minutes. They still have the ability to come back into this game. Stoner Nation, honestly, they're just one really good hook away from opening up a really nice fight. But still, Astros is still very, very strong on this Nefiri. But the armor is starting to stack up on the side of Stoner Nation, and it's starting to show how Astros can't really just shred any of these other slightly tankier targets anymore. He has to find the Ash, take the Ash out the fight, and then be able to lock on to probably Eli Wood immediately afterward.
This is also kind of looking like maybe this is like an Eli split angle here potentially. This might be a raid boss angle, and just kind of chunk it out where you can and just give you a little advantage.
Hold on, he does find Eli Wood. Astros going for the solo dodo, loses the turret, and now might be potentially losing his life as Eli Wood was able to turn it right around. Uno reverse card. Eli Wood takes the solo dodo on the bot side, and now Stoner Nation is looking to take a little bit more. They know that they have the extra advantage, so they're looking for him as they find Timberland is able to take him out as Boosting secures that first kill in the team fight. Eli Wood is now here, and he has taken the Fury out, shut shutdown as Dingus Slayer is able to take out KB Jelly. Eli Wood now having to go into the stasis as he's low HP. He thought he was going to be the saver, but the double kill going over to the Ziggs. He's able to get another one, and they're continuing the fight, trying to get the taunt off, able to get it as they get him knocked up in the turret. Cop being able to take out the turret damage, but Critter going to be able to take that kill. Casual Plebs now being the only one left alongside Dingus Slayer. They were able to turn that around, at least taking 2 kills on that side at the end of that fight.
This is kind of crazy here. This is, these extended fights, and anytime there's an extended fight, it just seems to get the way of Chumbawamba. The kill lead is actually over now onto the side of Center Nation with some of these last significant fights, but again, Dingus Slayer being caught out here.
Dingus Slayer trying to be able to land a little bit more damage, but not going to be able to do so. The shutdown going right onto Critter. Stoner Nation now getting another shutdown onto them, bringing this over to at least a 500 gold lead now. Stoner Nation starting to really stack up and really play the game.
I like points and one eat.
You're gonna have to ask Tim, man. I don't know if he's, I don't know how deep he is in the Tim lore, you know.
Yep, Center Nation has battled back, has that kill lead, down 600 gold. They're currently farming the waves, so they should probably even out here. But yeah, it looks like raid boss Eli Wood right now. He is level 16, highest level in the game. Most kills, let's check with gold. And most gold in the game by about 900 over Astros right now. So, man is not to be trifled with at the moment. And yep, they're shading his way right now. Interesting tact with the dragon coming up in 45 seconds. So they may just be looking to push this wave, make sure it's going. Looks like they're actually going to pivot to Baron and just say, nope, we're just going to go ahead and take this Baron real quick.
I do like seeing that Center Nation is starting to make their way towards it, but I think it might be a little too late. Casual Plebs can't walk up fast enough. TP is ready, but it's at 3,000 health. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes down, not going to be enough. Red team is taking it, but Dingus Slayer now being called out by the Boomstick, and they're going to be trying to find them, but not going to be enough as KB Jelly uses the ult to engage. They do have the Baron now, so these guys can try to get out of here, but Astros is looking for a target. If they can keep the vision on, they might be able to make some extended fight continue, but not going to be able to find anybody. That is a clean Baron take for the side of Stoner Nation. Now the lead officially in their favor.
Yeah, looks like they might have to give up Dragon for this, though, unfortunately. Looks like the mid's going to get pressured, but not get taken here. As Chumbawamba pushes that. Cop being a big distraction in mid. A lot of focus going there instead of for this Dragon cleanup. But they do get the pick here on Cop.
Yeah, that was not good there. Cobb just giving up his life right there for a little bit of a trade onto Boosted Sandwich, who then just laid the CC alongside Boomstick, and they were able to secure that kill onto Cobb, and they're going to continue to push these Baron minions down into this mid lane. It is currently a 4v5 in the mid lane, and they know that they just have the advantage right now. Stoner Nation really trying to make something happen. Look at that, Mega Inferno Bomb did like nothing to Mordekaiser there. So that was, yeah, you could tell that this is not looking good for the side of Chumbawamba.
Yeah, I think they had that early pressure, but then, yeah, haven't been able to necessarily transition it into their other lanes like the previous games. Oh, let's pick there onto Dingus Slayer.
It's unfortunate and absolutely insane pull there by Dingus Slayer, but that's going to be Astros now getting into the back alongside Casual Plebs, and they're able to finally find Critter off the backside. Shutdown going over to Casual Plebs, and now look at all the low health members, but that's Astros taken to Brazil by Eli Wood, now trying to be able to get the fight off on the bottom side as they continue to chase Dingus Slayer, looking to try to get these extra kills. Boosted Sandwich is found, and Net is getting absolutely eviscerated. That's going to be one more HP gone, and that's going to be the Malphite getting taken down and chiseled out like a rock. Galileo using the ultimate to go ahead and be able to save the member, going back in. Astros now going golden. Eli Wood trying to utilize the stasis, but not going to be able to save him. Astros able to take that kill, and once again clawing back the lead is going to be Chumbawamba.
Yeah, a bit interesting there. I think Eli's going to have to try to reevaluate some of his target selection there with the ultimate. Understood why he did that, but the Fury was already in there. Casual Plebs was already in there, and just need to make sure that he's getting a kill, getting a pick. I think that's kind of time to transition there, and his team's going to have to start to fight right now. They're kind of losing on the back end of these.
we do have requests to zoom in like a touch or two if possible.
No.
No, just no. No, not possible. Oh, all right. Ash Arrow lands on the Dingus Slayer. Dingus Slayer just being eternally slowed down. Boomstick gonna be able to probably catch him out. You're not getting anywhere, Dingus Slayer. Unfortunately, Critter gonna be able to take that kill. Now Astros though looking for Critter, getting knocked up, silenced, and all now trying to kite it out. But the dogs are looking to take the kill, and they're able to do so. Boomstick looking like the next target and the next bit of kibble for this dog food, but it's
Not
getting
so bad.
absolutely interrupted. There's no way to get away. Sona ulti landing on the two members. Galio gonna be able to get the big triple taunt. Astros now able to find no targets. Timberlane caught in between 3 different members. The tanks are looking so beefy, not gonna be able to do anything. Astros now being able to jump over the wall, the healing, but getting pulled in is gonna be Casual Plebs. Is he gonna be able to find something as he ends up going over with the blast cone? Vantage toss over to a target, gets a big stun in the middle of them all. Astros going on a killing spree. Double kill for Astros. Vantage toss lands on a boosted sandwich. Timberlane able to take another kill, and Chumbawamba coming out on top.
All that fighting, all the advantages they had are now back in the dumpster for Stoner Nation. Chumbawamba's again looking very strong here, getting everything they want, just kind of able to run at them.
And then that's going to be Astros going unstoppable as he takes out Boomstick right there. Ash now looking like the next target potentially. You may not want to stay too close, as literally he just has to look at you and he can engage.
Ash kind of looking like a liability, honestly.
Oh.
Just not able to do enough damage here, not able to do any kind of shred, not able to stay alive. Like, just there's not enough tools to keep the Ash alive for long enough. They just kind of run at them because there's not enough tank shred on the rest of the team. I don't see a Leandries from anybody. I don't see that AoE burn. They really could have used like a Lux or something this game, because the beefiness from the side of Chumbawamba they just can't deal with, especially with that Sona. They've just not been able to win any of those extended fights without taking down the priority picks early.
I think my major concern is that I'm not seeing any kind of shred from actually being built on Critter at all right now.
I mean, he's got more
And
DOMs, but
oh yeah, now I see it. Okay, there it is. But it's just like like, would it be like better to have like an eye edge at some point here? Did I? No, it just whacked out for me here.
Sorry. Did I put you on the game, or are you watching it in Streamlabs?
I'm watching Streamlabs. Oh wait, hold on. We got Casual Plebs getting pulled in. Cobb trying to get the pull. Not going to be able to do so. It goes in immediately on the boosted sandwich. They made it to find their target. He gets out using the ultimate. They no longer have that engage. That's going to be a big fight as Astros go dominating. And they go, son, just watch the rest of the members explode. Stoner Nation, oh no. This is not looking good for you. Boosted sandwich is all alone. A clean ace for the side of Chumbawamba. And that's looking like the game.
And that's going to be all she wrote. There's no minions here just yet, but they will be here soon enough. The lowest cooldown is 23 seconds on Boomstick. So this is looking like a wrap. Looking like they're going to be able to keep their points. Get a little bit off the top there with a couple thousands in their pocket. And the streak ends at 4 for the side of Stoner Nation. But Chumbawamba continues to win in advance.
GG's to Chumbawamba, GG to Stoner Nation. Both teams looking like they put up a hell of a fight. That game 2, definitely a lot more fought for than the game 1. The Neferi definitely having to be the AD threat that was absolutely needed for the side of Chumbawamba, and they definitely showed up. Casual Plebs played very, very well in this game as well. I generally want to give it to Astros being like really putting it on his back to be that AD threat, and it ended up working out ultimately. Once the Neferi got that once they got that 4 kills, it was all over.
Yeah, pretty wild there. Again, not needing a traditional AD carry here, just Astros being able to get that much damage down. Pretty nutty here. I kind of liked the drafting, liked what they were doing here, but as the game went later and later, just didn't have a way to deal with some of these champions here. So without further ado, I'm going to go and get the MVP poll going once I award these points. Chumbawamba taking the 2-0. And we'll see if we can get somebody from that team to come and represent them once we vote. I think I already know where Halfling's vote's going, though. Costos, but we'll see. All right, poll is now live. Astro's saying he's first timing Nefiri, by the way, and if that's true and we believe that, that's a problem, my guy.
And salary increase incoming.
It might be effective next week if that's true. Might need a hot fix you, and your team might have to find a new mid. I put
only
the
did it to
MVP
himself.
poll up. I don't see it on my. There it is. Cop getting the early love. 2 votes over to him. Astros picking up a vote. Just over a minute left in that poll. But yeah, Chumbawamba taking a 2-0 victory. And then, yeah, sorry about that, Malco. I meant to put you over on the game and not on the. Not having to watch it through the Streamlabs. So that was unfortunate. But Malco, not a whiner, doing it for the people, despite my mistake.
No
You
worries,
gotta get
man.
it done.
Never
Bring
anything
it
to
to
worry
you.
about. We gotta do what we gotta do. I'm gonna take a look at this MVP poll right now, and it's looking like Cop is actually the MVP at the moment. I'm very curious as to how people feel. There's now a tie between Astros and Cop, so we potentially could have a split MVP. Casual Plebs now picking up another vote. Nicely done there. Cop picking up the 4th vote of the MVP. You guys are really starting to compete for this one.
Yeah, game number 1, I think Cop did a absolutely amazing job there in the top lane, taking what I would have assumed would have been a losing matchup, turning it into a winning matchup there on that Maokai, provided the CC for his team. So did a really good job there. But then Astros, as we saw, game 2, the whole plan was around Astros, and if Astros crumbled, that was not going to happen. But Cop, you are our MVP. If you're around, we would like to bring you up and have you say a few words representing your team, if that works for you.
Yes, sir.
And I might just
Come on
grab him
up whenever
anyways
you're
if he's
ready.
here. Well, he doesn't have access.
Ah,
He's not in his team chat either. So there he is. He's in 201. I'm gonna pull you. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, Cop, welcome. You are our MVP. Congrats on your team. You got the 2-0 tonight, moving to 5-2 on the season. How you guys feeling?
Oh, I'm incredibly proud of everyone. We all stepped up. We all played really well together. Like, there's not much more you can ask for, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, I think yeah, your team's really pulled together. We'll just have to see what the standings are last night, but at minimum, you're still in second place. So that's got to be a good feeling. And you got your teammates still here supporting you in the chat, so it's good to see. So how do you guys feel about that matchup with Stunner's Nation?
Well, we played them earlier on in the season, but it was a different lineup, so there was a bit of anxiousness going into it. But after the first game, we sort of it seemed to have gone away a little bit, but not to say that they did. Game 2 was definitely much more of a bloodbath, and I'm hoping if we play them again, the whole series is going to be just sort of a back and forth like that.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Yeah, if you see him again, that'll be in playoffs. Malco, you have any questions?
honestly, I don't really have much questions. It's just it. How do I say this? How do you guys feel actually being this far in the season, knowing that you're potentially Might actually be a first place team if or contending for first place now once we know the results of these games at the end of tonight.
Oh, well, I mean, if we get first place, that's awesome, but everything is all that matters is winning playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Keep your eye on the prize.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's your second matchup with Stoners Nation. I don't know if you've played Goat Kings twice or if that's your matchup for next week.
That's our final week
That's your
matchup.
final week. Okay. Are you undefeated this season in your division?
I believe so, actually. Yeah.
Wow, nice. Sweeping the division, definitely a good way to get you into playoffs. Um, yeah, your team, I think, with that win gets you to five. What do I say? Week 7, yeah, 5-2. So yeah, should definitely be locked into playoffs. Now it's all about seeding. So that's awesome for you guys. Any shout outs you want to give to your team, or you want to talk about Astros? It seems like he tends to be one of your main AD threats, with your bot lane tending to go a more AP damage focus route.
Oh, I definitely want to give a shout out to all of them. Casual is awesome. The dude is so funny actually in chat most of the time. He's just keeping the morale up really well. Astros is a really good shot caller. He's hell of a mid laner. Oh my goodness. Dingus Slayer is killing it. I think he's like 6-0 now with Ziggs, which is kind of crazy. And then Timberland, this guy's like the draft god. He's just constantly preparing for each matchup in each series. He's heck of valuable.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Glad they all have a big role on your team and are all contributing, because that's exactly what you want to hear. Sounds like you got some good synergy going on, and I'll definitely help prepare you for the ups and downs of playoffs. Um,
Oh yeah.
Malcolm,
Season's just a mental marathon, and the
absolutely.
playoffs is where it's tested the most.
Absolutely. That's teams get very high strung, and then the playoffs. It's very interesting once you get there. Malco, any other questions for Cop? Otherwise, we're gonna let him go and enjoy the rest of his evening.
No, he's all set to go ahead and enjoy the fact that he got the MVP. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Chumbawamba. And best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Cop. You're free to go.
Uh,
And all right, so that's going to be the end of our broadcast in terms of the games that were played tonight. Very impressive 2-0, stopping the rolling Stoners Nation in their tracks at 4 wins. And yeah, I think that's where there. Hamilcar, I think you asked with the big patch next week, do the teams get a week off to learn the new patch? Unfortunately, not. Unfortunately, we keep rolling through. When we do those, we don't necessarily know when those are happening, so that was not part of our plan in the schedule, and we're not looking to back the schedule up anymore right now. Trying to get this done 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, just to make sure we don't have any issues with people's schedules. Um, Get hate to see subs for finals and things like that. We'd like those teams to be there when you work so hard all season. Actually get to be on that stage and fight for the championship. All right, Malco, you have a podcast that we've been alluding
Yes.
to a few times
Actually,
now. Take it
actually with
away.
Hamill saying what Hamill just said actually is a really good is actually a really good segue into it, because what I'm hoping to do with the upcoming podcast is to be able to start looking into insight of different players in the league, maybe players that have been consistent standouts, MVPs, and things like that, and start saying like, okay, what champions potentially or like what players might be affected by upcoming patches and how teams might start to, if how they played against or played around other players and things, how some teams might potentially be changing up their strategies as things go along. So to kind of help the players get a little bit more involved with the podcast, we're going to start to try to be a little bit more in depth in the sense of like how we view players and their stats and what kind of champions and things that they're playing on the Rift. So we're hoping that with the upcoming big patch, and hopefully with the podcast starting within the next couple of days, I'll be able to before the next set of games, be able to get you guys a nice little nice little packaged up bow of what we should be expecting to see, what changes we should be expecting to see coming to Valhalla as Worlds is going to be coming in, and we'll also have a little bit of potential LCS and Worlds news going on in that podcast as well. So that's about it. We still live? Are we good? Hey, thank you. Blitz, I'm not sure if you can still hear me. We all good? Oh. All right, looks like we're gonna be ending the stream here, guys.
I
I
was on
hope you
mute
guys have.
the whole
Oh,
time. I'm sitting there talking to
wow.
you and going, jump, da 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 da. All right. Sorry about that, Malco. That's my bad. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. All right. So let's just go ahead and get everybody out of here. But programming note, so we got 2 more weeks. We'll have a week off, and then we will have playoffs. So there's a week off between the end of the season and playoffs. If there are any long-term adaptions, we'll get through that. We will try to stream every game. A lot of those have to be VOD reviews because we will only be able to do one at a time, unless some people start playing early, which we love to see. Love to bring you guys more content, especially live content, especially for those that like to gamble. But that's the conclusion of week number 7, Stoners Nation versus Chumbawambas, with Chumbawambas taking it 2-0 to send us into next week. Any final thoughts and words, Malco?
Not much else. Nicely done by Chumbawambas to be able to claim this win. Gonna be continuing to chop up and show up to be able to get that first place. And we're gonna be hoping to see that they continue to show up for themselves.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, everybody, and have a great night.
Have
Peace
a great
out.
night.